founded around 160 BC in the south of Turkey, to the north of the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers, and dominated later by Romans, the ancient Comagene civilization protected its historical texture for thousands of years, even though it remained briefly on the scene of the history. The capital city of the ancient Comagene kingdom was a district of today's Adiman city, Samsat, which was known as Samosata at the time. One of the other major cities of the Comagene civilization was Perre city, that had a geographical importance in antiquity, being the road route connecting Melatine, known as Malatya today, to the capital Samsat. In antiquity, passengers, caravans, and soldiers passing by this route took a break in the city and provided their water, food, and accommodation needs. The fountain, which preserves its beauty and taste, is still used by the public today. Same as always, the cities needed protection in that period too. For this reason, despite being located in the Comagene kingdom, the city of Perre was also surrounded by a city wall. Some of the basic remains of the city walls and their foundations situated on the west and north side of the ancient city can still be seen today. The necropolis, or the cemetery area, located at the entrance of the ancient city of Perre, is quite large, and its structure is different from other necropolis area in the region. The necropolis overlooking the temple tombs on the Mount Nimrod, the sacred site of the Comagene kingdom, is a regional graveyard where important people who lived and died in other Comagene cities are buried. The entrances of the areas, bearing the form of a room, are carved from the main rock by hollowing them out circularly, and such arcade grave cells are called acrosolium. There are sarcophagi in the acrosoliums that contain dead bodies. These sarcophaguses were built according to the number of family members. Moreover, here the fact that the tombs are simple or ostentatious is an indication of the social status of the buried persons. There are altars with inscriptions built on the facades of the tombs adjacent to the main rock. In addition, there are reliefs on the column placed in front of the grave. Some of the tombs have offering pits in front of them. The holes in these places, called altar, were used for libation or offering made with liquids such as animal blood or wine. Some graves have hand inscriptions. Tombs with hand inscriptions are also present in northern Syria tomb steles and Pyrrhigan confession inscriptions, and believed to be symbolizing the grave of a person dead by an accident or was murdered. Considering the 71 steps of the stair, it is estimated that a person who lie in this grave had died at the age of 71. Room tombs have generally underground form and called hypogea style, and you can descend in the tomb room using a stepped stair carved in the rock. The tetragonal entrance of the tomb is shut with a tetragonal stone gate. Some door stones are carved circular to be opened and closed easily. In some chamber tombs, there are niches near the entrance. These niches are called adisule style, and they may have been sometimes both small to hold a candle and big enough to hold sculptures protecting the grave. In the necropolis area, there is a 19-meter high cistern, which has an arched entrance built by cutting the main rock. You can descend with 44 steps. Small cavities spaced apart on two opposite walls of the tetragonal structure have been identified. It can be said that people were coming in and out using these hollows, which are as thick as a foot can fit. A mosaic floor was uncovered during the excavations, realized to reveal further the archaeological potential of the ancient city settlements area. This floor mosaic is 155 square meters and has a great branch in the middle, with animal descriptions inside. Right across the entrance of the room that contains inscriptions and reliefs, a relief measuring 70 centimeters to 200 centimeters has been found. There is a three-headed eagle perched on the rock descriptions. As one of its heads looks right, the other two are turned to the left. During the Hellenistic period, the eagle was the symbol and the messenger of Zeus, yet it represented power in Rome and Commagene areas. Below the relief of the eagle, there is a Greek inscription of 4 lines, measuring 30 centimeters to 80 centimeters. In the inscription, it is written, dedicated to god Patrusa and Theotechno's son. Theotechno had promised. In the northern part of the room, we see a small space and a Greek inscription with 2 lines right next to the entrance. In the inscription, it is written, in the memory of Gallianos, son of Philippos. It is observed that the area was later turned into a place of worship. In addition, a villa with mosaics was found at the west of the village, in the southeast of the city walls. The floor mosaics appear in 3 different rooms. Half of the mosaic has a square shape bearing black, white and blue colors. In the other half, that is bordered by a braiding band, there are floor motifs in the middle and geometric patterns around it. As the mosaics found in the other rooms contain mostly geometric motifs and floral ornaments, swastika motifs are used in the mosaic of the kitchen. Viniculture and wine were very important in the ancient city of Perre. The wines they were calling Monorita were highly popular and often exported. There is an important sarcophagus left from the ancient city of Perre and is exhibited in the Museum of Adiaman. According to the inscription, the grave belongs to a child called Seleucus, who was nicknamed Gerylos, the pig, and it is understood that the person who raised him made the sarcophagus built. Alongside coins and personal belongings exhibited in the museum as things that are reminded from the ancient city of Perre, a Jupiter Dolonginus relief attracts attention and it has an interesting story. In the 1960s, a statue was found in Austria. This statue depicts a soldier on a bull, and it is written Jupiter Dolongius under it. In other words, Zeus of Doliger. And Doliger is the ancient city of the Commagene kingdom, now known as Duluk nowadays, located in the borders of Gaziantep city. And during the excavations realized in the ancient city of Perre, a Jupiter Dolongius relief is found turned upside down on a later period tomb. In the inscription, we see that the relief is dedicated to the Doligic god Jupiter, in other words Zeus, in memory of the victory of the commander named Julius Pavlos. In defiance of structures and findings, we may say that the ancient city was densely populated, beginning from the late Hellenistic period or around the 1st century BC, until the Byzantine era, and its importance decreased gradually during the Byzantine Islamic periods. Located in the Orenli district, and also known as Perre'in Ancient City, the ancient city of Perre is 5 kilometers away from Adiman city center and has easy access. Although it is demolished to a large extent, the city is one of the most important historical places that should be seen.